what do you want from a bass? You want it to go. If it can do those two things, that's all you need.
I'm here to tell you every inch of you is perfect, from the bottom to the top. Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about yourself.
Welcome back to Anarchy in the Ukulele. I'm here today with this Flight Mini JB bass, and this is based obviously on a jazz bass. It's got that kind of vintage look to it with a sunburst finish, which I really love. So I've done a review of the other mini bass that Flight do, which is the it's in the rock series, which this one is as well, but it's the blue with the spalted maple. And the only thing that really put me off on that bass was the colour of it, really, which I know is personal preference and some people loved it. It just wasn't quite for me. This is much more my style, so I really like the style of it. You saw a little bit of playing at the beginning of the video in a band situation. I'm going to do a little bit solo for you and just go through all the functions, and we'll go through all the specs. So, specs on this bass. It's from the rock series. We've got the sunburst colour. The body is roasted poplar. It's got a high gloss finish. The neck is roasted maple, and I really love this neck. It seems to be a popular thing at the minute to do this. I'll show you on that camera, to do this roasted necks and sort of headstocks and everything. And I really like it because what it does is it gives it a really nice satin matte feel to it. So, you know, it's so sort of, you can slide up and down the neck. There's no friction there at all that you get on sort of older gloss necks. And I really like the fingerboard matches in with that as well, because I think that's really nice. The fretboard is roasted maple as well. It has a scale length of 23 inches. It has 19 frets. It has a bone nut. The nut width is 38.1mm. Position markers on the side, we've got side dots on there, and also position markers at the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and the 12th. And then carry on going up as well. The bridge is a hardtail fixed 4-saddle bridge. This is really nice. The setup of this is really nice. It's nice and low, and the fact that you can adjust each string on the bridge, you know, is fantastic. This is standard place in bass guitars really, but it's just really nice to see it on an instrument this size as well. Open geared machine heads, really nice. Again, they're sort of full bass size ones, which they have to be really because of the bass strings that are going on here, which we'll get onto those. Are slightly lesser gauge than you'd have on a normal bass, but yeah, really nice tuners. They feel really fluid, so nothing wrong with those at all. Chrome plated finish on those and all the other sort of hardware bits as well. So the strings, they range from a 045 to a 105. Electronics, we've got 2 Alnico 5 J-style passive pickups, which I really, really like. That is a big selling point for me on these basses, is that they're passive, because we've got other basses that we use in the Anarchy band, and they are active basses. And unfortunately, if you forget to unplug and things like that, the batteries just run down in a couple of hours. And the batteries don't seem to last very long in them. So I love having a passive bass, because I've never felt like any basses really need to be active. Certainly all my bass guitars are passive, and that's the way I like them. Alnico 5 J-style pickups, really, really nice. We have 2 volume controls, which are the big knobs, and the slightly smaller one is the tone control. So volume control for each pickup, and then a tone control that controls both of them at once. You can get lots and lots of different tones out of that combination, so I don't think that's restricted at all. And it also comes with a padded gig bag, which Bongo Boy is hidden from me, so I will show on screen when we edit this video. That's all the basic hardware. It's a bolt-on neck. Again, you know, you're not going to have any problems with that at all. It does have a truss rod in, so you can adjust the neck as you would on a normal bass. Really, really handy to have that, so it can be set up to your liking really, really easily. So, sound, you heard a little bit at the beginning, and we've got another little band performance that we'll put on at the end. You can get so many tones out of this bass. So I have it set, I quite like the tone control all the way down, which gives a real low thud to the sound. What do you want from a bass? You want it to go. If it can do those two things, that's all you need. So I like it with that low thud down there. I've got these set at the minute, not quite halfway up. And I quite like having both pickups there at sort of equal measurement. But if I turn this pickup off completely with the tone control all the way down, and I'll turn this pickup up a little bit, you get a slightly higher tone from the bridge pickup. If I change the tone of that, you'll see it's really quite bright. I'm not so keen on that type of sound. It can be useful if you really need it to cut through and you don't need that low end thump, or you've got sort of your tone controls on the bass amp set slightly more bassy, but you get quite a lot of string noise when you're just on that pickup with the tone up. Again, you can turn the tone down, so you get a slightly more thuddy sound. To me, slightly lacking in the bass end. So we turn that pickup off and we'll put this one up. Loads of bass. Let's turn that down to about there. That's where I really like it. Again, if you, on this pickup, if you go with the tone control, you're getting that slightly harsher tone to it. It effectively, with these three controls though, you can kind of mix and match. Like I say, I like a bit of both of those, and I like the tone control all the way down, so you get and I just like that really sort of thuddy sound on there. It plays and sounds to me like a bass guitar, and I think that is the thing that I'm most impressed with. I really can just play this like a bass. You can get loads of vibrato on it, which I love. When I play a U bass or any bass with the rubber strings, I find I have to play so quiet. I'm sort of playing about that level to get the intonation, and if I play too hard, the intonation just really goes out. On this, I feel like I can just play it as I would normally play a bass, and I think that is the biggest compliment and the biggest take that I can really give this is I would happily play it and record it. We're currently working on a album with the band at the minute, where most of the bass I was going to do on my full-size bass, because as much as we play the U basses in our videos and things like that, the sound just isn't quite there for me to record with. I think I will actually, as it is a ukulele album, I know this isn't a ukulele, and I know that's contentious when people call them ukulele basses, but I think I'm going to use this just because it's more in keeping with what we do live with the band, and I don't think that will be detrimental to our sound at all. So I really like this, so much so that Flight actually sent us this to review, and they give us no instruction, and we wouldn't take any instruction. They don't expect anything particular, just an honest review, which is what I'm giving it, and we are going to buy this one to use in the band because we like it so much. And I can't really give it a bigger compliment than that. Anything that I don't like about it, I guess again the nut width could be slightly bigger, but you know, that's not the be all and end all. I like the tone control, I like the volume, really like the sound we're getting out of the pickups with our bass amps. Tuners are great. I guess I just need to find out where I can get replacement strings from, because the amount we're going to use this, we're going to need some. Case is really nice. So other than that, there's not really anything. I like the colouring of it. There's not really anything at all that I don't like about it. So really hard to find anything on that. Love the neck, love the feel of it. Yeah, if you're after a mini bass for either a ukulele band or just a little rehearsal bass at home and things like that, this is perfect. I can't think of a better one that I've tried than this at the minute. Thank you for watching. I really do hope these reviews help you out if you're considering buying an instrument such as this. Then, you know, I definitely recommend it, but, you know, look at what you're looking for. If you can, try one of these. I know the Southern Ukulele Store do stock them. I think World of Ukes might stock them as well, and there's a few of the Flight dealers that will definitely stock them as well. Try and have a play on one, and you know, make sure it's right for you, but I don't think you'll be disappointed. So thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe and ring that notification bell, and we're going to play out with what else? It's all about the bass.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass. Yeah, it's pretty clear I ain't no size 2, but I can work it like I'm supposed to do. I got that boom boom that all the boys chase, and all the right junk. in all the right places. You see the magazines working at Photoshop. You know that ain't real. Come on now, make it stop. If you got beauty, then raise them up, 'cause every inch of you is perfect, from the bottom to the top. Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about your size. She says boys like a little more booty to hold at night. And no, I won't be no stick figure silicone Barbie doll. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass. I'm bringing booty back. Go ahead and tell them skinny bitches that I know you'll think you're fat, but I'm here to tell you every inch of you is perfect, from the bottom to the top. Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about your size. She says boys like a little more booty to hold at night. And no, I won't be no stick figure silicone Barbie doll. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, boys. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, bass.